Hello my friends from YouTube. Welcome to this new video from Automobilista, where I race Stock Car Brazil category in Interlagos, São Paulo. It's a very interesting race, if we can say that, because as you can see, I set up the artificial intelligence for strength 100, but the aggression for 45. So they are blocking, they are throwing the cars on me, they are doing everything here, and it's not fun at all, honestly. But here we are, racing these guys. It's gonna be a 10 laps race. I start at the end on the grid. I was the last one because I didn't want to go through qualifying, This would make the video too long, and I know that most of people don't like to spend like 35 or 45 minutes watching a video. So I went straight to the race. I didn't set up the car for two reasons. First, this is basically a test, and second, it's because I have no idea how to set up cars properly. I stopped to watch some videos, but it's kind of complicated when you have to change camber, axle. Oh man, it's so many things, and I'm not a mechanic, I'm not an engineer, so it's too difficult for me. I used to race Formula Ford and Formula BMW, and I consider myself a pretty good driver and capable of, seeing the small details in the car that could help me, but I was able to identify these problems and talk to the engineer, and he was able, based on my feeding back, to go to the car and change whatever had to be changed. So these are the two reasons why I didn't set up the car. So basically, this car has the setup that came with the game. Okay, I just put fuel enough for 12 laps, and honestly I put fuel enough for 14 laps, if I'm not wrong. And I'm starting 10th position, and right now I'm 5th, trying to climb my way up here, I'd like to remember you guys that all this is a test. Okay, I'm just checking to find out which way is gonna be better for me to capture and editing these videos to you guys. Yesterday I uploaded one video racing my other simulator, that now I forgot the name. Holy moly, man, I forgot the name. Project Cars. It was kind of nice, but I'm using shadow play to capture this video because For some reason, I'm not able to capture games with OBS because I use these games in full screen, and every time that I start the game, OBS goes into a black screen only, you know. I captured the audio but not the game, so I decided to use shadow play. And in shadow play you don't have good options when we talk about audio. You were not capable to do the thing that I used to do on OBS, that is control the volume for the microphone and the volume for the in-game. In shadow play you just have audio and you see, I had to be aggressive like they are, and he took my place back. Holy moly. And I took my place back now. Yeah, it was a very interesting race. But like I was saying, all this is a test, okay? It's not something that is definitive yet, especially because I have a friend that is coming here to help me out with OBS. Believe me, before you guys write down anything, I watch tons of videos on YouTube explaining how we could set up OBS properly to not have that problem of black screen. I did everything that they told me to do, but it didn't work. For some reason it didn't work. And I just lost the position again, if you notice. But it was my mistake. I came too hot to the S of Senna, and you know, when you brake too hard, wheels lock. So you have to deal with these facts. And like I said, I have the strength in 100 and the aggression in 45, so they don't miss an opportunity. Ooh. And we have this wrecking festival here. Nice. Yeah, I love racing. I miss racing. When I came here to the United States, I was trying to find a category that I could race in, but for some reason everything here is pretty limited. Like if you go to Europe, you have Formula BMW for people of my age. I'm in 40s. You can race Formula BMW there, and I don't know if you still have Formula BMW here in the United States, but some years ago when I was researching about, Formula BMW was for kids from 13 to 16 years old only. It's weird. Then I had racing carts, but I don't know. First time that I stepped in a kart was here in the United States. Of course that I like it because the 125cc kart that I tried, it's fast, but it's not as like a car, you know. And like I said, my experiences were in two formulas, Formula Ford and Formula BMW. So kart was very, very different. And another thing that I noticed here is each race costs a lot of money. But we're talking about a lot. Like for racing carts here in California on the regional championship, you have to spend approximately $10,000 per race. Most of these is for fees that you have to pay for whatever institutions take care of the races here, and you are obligated to use their tires, their oil, their fuel, pay all the fees like entrance and a lot of things that consumes most of these $10,000, you know. It is sad. It is sad that here everything is so expensive because the Formula BMW in Europe, you used to spend 13,000 euros for the whole race, including practice, qualifying, and race with all fees, tires, engineer, mechanics, everything, all the support. And it was a Formula BMW, man. It wasn't a go-kart, you know. But like I used to say, I'm not in Europe right now, I'm in the United States, so I have to adapt myself to the situations and circumstances that I have here. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna stop talking, let you guys enjoy the race. thank you for being watching. It's the minimum that I can do. And if you guys like it, please click the like button, subscribe to the channel. I'm gonna have a racing, virtual races here every week in different simulators, right? I have Project Cars, Automobilista, Assetto Corsa, Racing Room. So I'm gonna be racing and then just to show the difference and show some races. I hope you guys liked, enjoyed, and come back to watch more videos.